there was no social distancing. We all just basically got up as you normally get. Hi guys, this is Kesvi. So this is part 2. This is about Air Canada and what it's like to board and what it's like on board the actual aircraft. If you want to see my video about Heathrow, I'll put a card just up here for you guys so that you can see what it's like. So when you go onto the Air Canada website, they have a section called Introducing Air Canada Clean Care Plus. So as we wait for it to load, this is going to be similar to the other video. So you can see there's four sections. I'm going to click on boarding because that's where we're going to start. And then as we go through the video, I'm going to be putting the points on the screen like I did with the other video. When it came to boarding, there was not 2 meters between people. Everyone just like kind of rushed and went into the queue as quickly as possible. And there were no staff there to kind of tell people to slow down, I guess, or like at least like guide people to say, okay, because at one point the queue was split into 2 and then we were like going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But again, that wasn't socially distanced. So I don't know what they've changed in their process. So they have these little devices that are about this big and they literally just like point it at your forehead, like quite close. They're like maybe like a couple of centimeters away from your forehead, and that's how they check your temperature. Very sanitary, like really not nerve-wracking at all. Unless you have a temperature, obviously, which then it would be nerve-wracking. So after everyone's sat down and before we take off, they give you one of these customer care kits, which are quite cool. They give you a little bottle of water, a medical standard mask, some latex gloves, and some wipes, like antiseptic wipes. I really liked this pack. I think it made me feel a lot safer, and it just meant that I knew that I'd be able to keep up my hygiene. And then they also, I can't get it out of the bag, but they also give you some hand sanitizer with aloe vera. Every single one of their staff members, whether it be in the airport or on board, they were at least wearing a medical grade mask and plastic gloves. So that's what they wore to give out the food, and this is the food itself. So you get a veggie wrap, some crackers, a block of cheese, then a little bottle of water, a chocolate bar, which is my favorite, and a cookie, which is raisin and oatmeal, so don't get too excited, and an antiseptic wipe. So far the flight's going quite well. I'm quite impressed with them, to be honest. The only really annoying thing is that we have to constantly wear face masks as well, which is, for me it's fine because I have one of these big ones which doesn't press against your face. But I can imagine it's annoying when you're wearing one that does. But they do give you another mask if yours is getting like wet because of your breathing, so that's good, so you can keep like refreshing your mask. The other good thing is that the seat next to me is free, so I can spread out a bit. I don't have to feel bad about crossing my legs because I like to cross my legs when I sit. I don't know why, I just do. But they also said on the website that they're going to provide like a bar or like at least soft drinks with food, which they don't. They only provide water, so just like something for you guys to like think about. The other thing which they didn't provide, which I was actually really surprised about, was a pillow and blanket, because it is an overnight flight, so you'd think that they would provide something like that, but they didn't. And they don't come around as often, but honestly I kind of expected that. And also the last thing with the food, The food isn't too bad, but if you do want something hot, I would suggest like eating before you hop onto the flight. Near the end of the flight with breakfast. So that is a croissant with cheese and lettuce, a yogurt which was gross, crackers, some apple slices, a block of cheese, and a cookie which was again oatmeal and raisin. Please don't get too excited about it. And they also gave us a bottle of water and a wet wipe. When it did come to actually leaving the flight, again, there was no social distancing. We all just basically got up as you normally get up and get your stuff and leave and stand in that little like aisle, all really close together. People still did that. There was no difference in that. They didn't try to like say like, oh, zone 1 goes off first, zone 2, like they didn't try to do that all. So there are a few things I didn't mention in my video that are on the website. So they talk a lot about like their cleaning, which obviously I'm not sure because they do that all before we get onto the plane. So it does say that they sanitize like all the ceilings, the belt buckles, the seats. It says that they sanitize where you're sitting and also the actual in-flight entertainment screen, which is great. Like I'm sure that they can do it, but they don't have too much time between their flights. So I'm not sure how thorough that cleaning is. Like I'm sure it's pretty thorough, but if you guys do want to be on the safer side, I would say get one of those wipes that they give you and just like wipe down your area anyway. I did that just to be extra cautious. But yeah, other than that, I was pretty happy with the flight. The only thing I think that they need to work on is boarding and getting people off and making sure that's like a little bit more controlled. But the flight itself, I was actually quite impressed. They made sure they were always wearing masks. They made sure all the guests were always wearing masks. They came around with food and they came around with water every so often. I think in the end, I had like 3 bottles of water because every time she came, I took one. But yeah, they do say that they have stuff which they don't have. For example, the bar service, they don't have that. They don't provide you with blankets and pillows. So unless they've changed that in the last like couple of weeks, but they haven't changed it on the website, I would take your own warm clothes. And the other thing is make sure you eat warm food before you get onto the plane because you are not provided with it on the plane. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Give it a big thumbs up if it has, and give me a comment as to where you want your next trip to be. Follow me on all my social medias and subscribe to this channel. Anyway, stay safe, stay sane, lots of love, Kesvi.